Is it in focus?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
Do something
around
with
and
it.
around. I'm looking around in circles with it. Looks great, huh? Hi, I'm Nelson. My dog and I are out for a walk. I don't always know what to think of my life, but at times I know it's interesting and exciting, and I want to share it all with you.
When you think of the word vlog, many people associate it with YouTubers. Though vlogging may seem like a relatively new phenomenon, it's been around for much longer than you would think. Over 2 decades before the creation of YouTube, there was one man who would come to be known as the world's first vlogger.
This is where Bunny got hit by the bus, right here on the spot. Bunny was hit by a bus. Some woman on the plane asked me last night if I was married.
And you said yes. You're always supposed to say yes.
Of course I'm married. Married and singular. This is maybe the biggest grocery store in the whole world. Pretty extensive listing here. Tang. I wonder where I'm gonna find the Tang.
John Nelson Sullivan, known by friends and family as simply Nelson, was born in Kershaw, South Carolina on March the 15th, 1948.
A little misty today. It's kind of pretty out here, though. My old hometown's looking kind of good. Billy Joe's old house. Used to come down here and play with my girlfriend all the time.
He was the youngest of 2 sons. His family was attached to a large cotton fortune.
I have an actual family in South Carolina. Mom's gonna buy me a pair of dress shoes so I don't have to wear my boots with my tuxedo. Home movies really feel like home movies with them because they're, you know, the people that I had a home with and lived with, and they are my family.
From an early age, Nelson had an infatuation with the arts. He enjoyed watching film noir, painting, and was an avid reader. He had a deep love for music. As a child, his mother had paid for piano lessons from well-respected and talented instructors.
I learned everything. My roots are there at the kitchen table and at the piano bench beside my Aunt Nancy, you know, singing hymns and listening to Bible stories. And Bible stories are the best stories, and she was the best teller of them that I've found, you know. When I go home, I try to keep the camera on as much as possible around my loved ones because you never know how much longer they're going to be with you. And if you only have a few tapes of them, you know, when they're gone, then you're going to have to see those tapes over and over and over. And it would be just like being there. And the reason that we leave there in the first place is because we want to love our family, but, you know, from a distance. Sometimes it's part of getting old, it's part of growing up, it's part of being mature, you know. But Aunt Nancy is probably my favorite video subject because she's the most loving person that I've ever known, and I like to be around good vibes and take pictures of them when I'm there.
Because of her lifelong struggle with mental illness, Nancy underwent a lobotomy as a young adult. Nelson feared he would receive one too because he was so different.
I made too many wrong notes, Nelson.
Well, just go on and play. Don't worry about it.
He's taking a picture, much to my sorrow.
You got us both in the picture, Dick? Dick, can you get us both in the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. What else can we sing?
You don't narrow my God to thee.
Yeah, we could sing that.
Nearer
my God to thee. Nearer to thee.
E'en though there be a cross that raiseth me.
I don't think Nelson said right when he said he knew that song.
No, I'm afraid I told a lie.
Not intentionally though, so you'll forgive it.
When Nelson was 5 years old, his future creative partner and lifelong friend-to-be, Dick Richards, would move in next door, and the two connected instantly.
There. I hope it didn't take too long. Yeah, right down here is the house where we had the murder-suicide recently. Not that way. That yellow house. There was this nice little man I used to see on the street who walked a dog, and this tiny little dog that always had a coat on it. And the man was very shy, and he always wore a cap. And then we found out one day he had beaten his wife to death in the living room and then hung himself in the basement. Although the neighbors think it was murder. But the dog is still alive. I don't know if that's a comfortable outfit.
You look just like RuPaul.
Wear around for the entire evening, but it does have a good effect.
In the 1950s and 60s, people entering the small town of Kershaw were greeted by signs which read, quote, "The Ku Klux Klan welcomes you to Kershaw," end quote. Though his roots were in the conservative South, Nelson was anything but.
Turn. Oh, that's beautiful. More. Oh.
Work it, baby, work it. Come on, gimme.
Since the Queens and Judy Garland, their very own Joan of Arc, were responsible for the Stonewall riots, I decided to parade in drag for the 20th anniversary. Hi, George. Look, it's George Whitney. Oh, I love your magazine, George. You know, the strangest thing, David, is that I was at Stonewall and I didn't even realize it. I was with my brother from South Carolina up in Parkchester, and I wanted to come to Greenwich Village. Here I was in Greenwich Village, and there was a riot going on. I didn't understand what was happening. There were policemen on horses, and there were people screaming and running around, and I thought this is like a political riot like I had been going to in Washington. I had no idea it was a gay riot. And only a few years later did I put two and two together and realize that
it was history in the making.
In an interview about their childhood, Dick recalled, quote, "We were both clocked as sissy queer early on, which didn't make for a pleasant school experience. The rest of the time, however, wasn't always so bad," end quote.
Oh my God, we got some gay kids back here. I thought they were all out in San Francisco. Well, hey, don't put anyone down. Live and let live. That's my motto. Beautiful.
See that hole down
That's
there?
pretty, I think.
You want to get out and take that?
That's Micah.
Yeah, that's where the mineral mine was doing that. It's been doing that for years. Dot used to fuss about that white stuff. The track in her house.
As a child, one of Nelson's hobbies was making rock slides in the gold mines near his home. he would stand on the edge of the pits and kick until the ground loosened. However, on one of these gold mine excursions, 13-year-old Nelson would slip and fall into the mine, breaking his ankle.
And you kept saying, how they gonna get me out of here? I said, they can get you out.
They covered up all the interesting holes, didn't they?
All the old ones.
The ones with all the colored water in them.
Yeah, I think they covered up the blue hole, we used to call it.
Mm-hmm. And the red one was right over here on the left, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think it was right over there that I fell. But this is all, I mean, they've just redone it, haven't they?
See, I knew they'd have it.
We'll have to back out.
You don't want to walk down and get a picture?
Yeah, take me down there.
Well, I don't want to have to back that far, Nelson. Can't you walk?
This is where I fell into the pit. But it's no longer there. Now it's just a big, nondescript white hole. Let's see.
A steel pin had to be inserted into his ankle to help it heal. Though the healing process would last some time, some good would come out of it. Because of his childhood injuries, Nelson was classified as 4F and was exempt from the Vietnam War draft. Nelson would go on to study music and visual arts during his time at Davidson College. In 1971, after graduation, he would move to Manhattan.
See my face?
Yeah, oh, that's good. I can see it right there. Oh, so now you know what it's like to be on the other side. So Nelson, how long have you been a filmmaker?
All my life.
All your life? When did you have your
Ever since I saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
Were you doing video when you were a teenager?
No, I was doing...
High school?
No.
College?
College, I was doing film.
Uh-huh. Did you study film in college?
I studied film and, I went to School of Visual Arts.
Do you have a master's degree from NYU?
No, I dropped out of the School of Visual Arts to go to the Wilford Academy of Beauty Culture on Times Square.
Nelson opened his own beauty parlour on Fire Island, which was, at the time, considered a haven for LGBT people. Though this seemed like this was the beginning of a new sexual frontier, just a decade later, the AIDS epidemic would sweep across the nation, primarily affecting LGBT communities.
Everything's AIDS these days. Live Aid, Band-Aid, Roll Aid. Lose weight for AIDS, diet plan, honey. That doesn't sound right to me. I don't know about you.
According to reports, New York City was the worst affected by the epidemic in the US during the 80s and 90s.
Today I was thinking about the saddest things.
Don't think about them.
And I wept because 10 years ago I had such joy, such joy. We were on the crest of a disco wave at Fire Island, at Cherry Grove. I was street trashing, there weren't any streets. And we were on the crest of a new and beautiful dawn, an era of peace and love and beauty and understanding and ecstasy. And a sexual frontier had been broken down and society was changing and the world was a different place suddenly. And when I remembered now that 10 years later that the world is truly a different place than we ever imagined at that time, it made me sad.
Throughout his life, Nelson would suffer through the highs and lows of depression. His friend Larry T. would write, quote, "At times he was like a happy, hyperactive life coach, and other times could hardly drag his broken body up the steps because of his bouts of depression." End quote.
So, Eric called today and he said, let's go to the Empire State Building. And I said, no, I'm too depressed. I don't want to go anywhere. Although I know it's the most beautiful day of the year. It's like June the 10th.
Full service.
It's blue.
And I went up to the...
Plus I quit smoking cigarettes.
You know what I mean?
Did something to my energy.
In an interview with Caroline Rivera, Dick claimed that Nelson had had troubles with alcoholism during this time, though by the 80s had quit drinking altogether.
We're going to get some liquor here.
Oh, alcohol. This not bring me people game. Not bring me people game.
I don't drink.
We're getting right up against time.
This is where I live, in the meat market. Beautiful meat market. In my house.
Nelson rented a large 3-story townhouse at 5 9th Avenue in the meatpacking district of Manhattan. Though it is now home to many high-end retailers, in the 1970s and 80s, the neighbourhood was not so glamorous. It was host to a plethora of illicit activities. Larry T., who would later become Nelson's roommate, noted that the house was, quote, made from pieces of old ships, and thus you could see through holes in the floor to the floor below in certain places, end quote. Despite all this, Nelson found much beauty in the historical home and neighbourhood.
Out the window. How pretty it is. But you know, try to keep the camera on me as much as possible while you're filming.
There's too much backlight.
While you're filming the outside. At least get me pointing to things. See how the streets are made of cobblestones? And there are meat market trucks. And just follow my every move. Don't let too much backlighting get in it or I'll be washed out. I don't want to be in the shadow, I want light. Get me against not a light background, Dick. Move in this way. Come over here. What are you doing over there? I'm practicing my Sylvia routine. Well, pointing at me. You're taking the picture of me, not the wall. And is it on? You guys? My neighbors out there were having a dinner party, you see?
Yeah, but we're all the KGB. Thanks, buddy.
Well, I'm a drug dealer, so.
No paparazzi, please.
Yeah. Dick, come take pictures of me playing the piano. Come around this side. The light is better from this side, over here. Dick! Come over here. But don't stand in the light. You want the light on me. Now, this was written by Galileo's father. How's that? That came out all right? Look, take a picture of me next to Shu's painting. Just to the last painting Shu did before he stopped painting. I wish he would paint again. And this I found on the street. This whole picture, I found it on the street, and it reminded me of Kershaw. See, it looks like a high school or something. And here's a golf course. Here's some of my ties and shoes. Great shoes. Ties, belts. Well, you're not going to take a picture of every pair, are you? I'm down here. This is my dog, Blackout. And here's a guest at my house, Angelo. So let me show you around. This is my dog, Blackout. This is where we sleep. Blackout. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. See? Oh, come on, lie down. Roll over. Roll over. Come on, roll over. Show him how you sleep. Show him how you sleep. He's been reading the book review today.
Good evening, I'm Larry Kane. Our big story on Eyewitness News is the live picture you see directly behind me. Suddenly light and brightness out of a 24-hour darkness. The bright patchwork of the second night of the great New York energy crisis of 1977.
In 1977, New York City experienced an infamous electrical blackout which affected most of the city. While sitting on the steps of his 9th Avenue home, Nelson saw a scared black Labrador Retriever puppy wandering by. The dog came up to Nelson, and it was then that they instantly became best friends. Nelson took the puppy in and named him Blackout.
Jump up, jump up. That's right, that's right. There's my dog. There's my Blackout. Let's go inside. Let's go see what they do. Come on.
They would become a regular sight to other locals, often going on long walks in Manhattan. Unfortunately for Blackout, there were some places in New York he couldn't go.
Kay called me up at work and asked me to go to a party. I'm sorry, you can't go. It's way up on 107th Street and Riverside Drive. And that's too far. I can't take the pets on the subway, and we'll see how it goes, you know? Blackout, you can't go. You can't go. Douglas, you can't go either. I wish they could go. How do you feel? Well, you can't go? I'm sorry, you can't go. Douglas. Douglas is 12 years old, and Blackout's about 7 now. I've tried to bring him up right with the proper combination of love and discipline. Yes, Blackout. Oh, you good boy. Douglas. Look, see how well they get along? Oh, well anyway, I'm late for the party. It's supposed to start at 9, but I don't think anyone will be there before midnight. So, I guess we can go on now. Everyone ready? Except that you can't go. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Well, he knows he's not going. Let's be off.
It's as real as God, and you can dance to it. Dance to it.
In 1981, Dick would start his own weekly public access show in Atlanta called The American Music Show. The program featured drag queens and other performing artists in comedy sketches which parodied pop culture. Many taped performances by aspiring musicians were played on the show.
You're going to get a makeover in Atlanta. Why?
Because New York has stressed me out of soul and spirit and body and mind, and I've come here to find tranquility and beauty. Enrico is giving me a makeover today, and I feel more beautiful than I ever remember feeling.
There's 3 nevers in Hollywood. Never audition before noon. Never let your co-star be a 25-year-old guy. And never let them see you. And never let them see you sweat.
The show was filmed with a Panasonic VHS camera, and its budget was the $5 used to record the tape. Nelson, inspired by his friend, decided to begin his own video project. Like most of the home video cameras of the 1980s, Nelson's camera was heavy, about the size of a shoebox, and had a battery life of about 45 minutes.
We're in Mary Kay's bathroom, and it's very white in here. All white, as a matter of fact. A little off-white. We have, if I'm correct, a green toilet seat cover, a copy of Vogue magazine and the LL Bean magazine. Here is a green comb that matches the toilet seat. The sink, immaculately clean. It looks like one of Mary Kay's hairs, or perhaps one of her guests has left a hair in the bathroom. Sink. Here's the medicine cabinet. I don't know what we're going to find in here. I hope there's nothing really embarrassing. Box of Band-Aids. Some people hide their money in boxes like this in New York, but there doesn't seem to be any here. Face cream, buttermilk, oatmeal soap. All the usual Upper West Side medicine cabinet accoutrements or attributes. Looks like a detachable shower head here. No? Well, yes, it comes off, and you know, you can make it massage you, do whatever you like.
In 1982, Nelson would begin the video journey that would be seen by millions in the following decades. He would film whatever and whoever he could. Nelson worked part-time as a music consultant at Joseph Paddleson Music House, a classical music store which was located behind Carnegie Hall.
Virginia!
Good to see you.
Came to see you.
Do you do?
Gotta cash a check.
Oh, you do?
Uh-oh. Boy, it's nice and cool in here.
Is that on?
Huh?
They left a message up there. Would you stop that?
Hello. I gotta cash a check.
And put the name Myrna Bill.
Are you like zooming in on like my zits or something?
No.
Oh.
You're not camera shy.
I am. I don't like people. Well, I mean.
Take off your glasses.
All right, so this one's ready to take.
Why would you want to take pictures of this?
Mm-hmm. Now look through here. Right. And this.
It looks bluish.
Let's see. I'm probably not focused.
Now, it's not focused. And there's enough light in here?
Oh, yeah. See you tomorrow. Thanks.
I can't talk either, now that this camera's looking at me.
Trying to sabotage my art.
You're at Cully's?
Look, Mama said my movie. Oh, no, it's not on.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we had to skip that part. They were showing Mama Said. This is Dana Higgins from my film Mama Said, a play by Guy Bernodes. This character is Sassy. Here's Sissy, and here's here's Sissy, and this is Sally. This is Sassy, and this one is Baby Kelly. Baby Kelly. They're singing a touching and poignant song about sisterhood.
Mama Said was a series produced by John Guy Bernodes and filmed by Nelson in 1982. According to his interview with John Sanchez, Dick noted that Mama Said was, quote, Nelson's very first video collaboration, which is a drag queen opera about four brothers who live as four sisters and operate a dilapidated Times Square beauty salon, end quote. Mama Said was so deeply disturbing that Dick could never make it through the entirety of the video. Despite the disturbing and nonsensical story, Nelson was proud of his film. Sadly, few copies of Mama Said exist.
Look, here's Kim's. They used to have the laundromat and the videotapes for rent here. We rented Mama Said here. It's the only place you could rent Mama Said for years.
That looks great. Well, it looks like Dick is going to put another tape on. And as I mentioned a moment ago, we are taking phone calls. The lines are open. If you have any questions for Nelson, it will.
Gentlemen, Duffy Odom.
It will.
The revenue he earned from his salon and his part-time job afforded Nelson the time to explore New York City's nightlife and nightclubs. He made many friends in the club scene, many of which had aspirations of success in the entertainment business.
You want it mean, you want it smoke, and you want it clean.
You know, as you may have heard from Dick Richards, no one is closer to me musically than Larry T of the Now Explosion. When I heard his music, it inspired me to take my video camera and make a record for all the world to see. Always, what a great show it was.
Did you videotape?
Yes, I got it all.
Great.
What do y'all want to do? I think I want to come and video you on Friday in Interior, you know.
Good.
Oh, it's a great show.
I'm glad you like it.
I think the tape comes out real good.
Well, we'll be anxious to see.
Oh, hi. This is going to be a good tape. Lights were good, everything.
Great.
The music was good, the lights was good.
You take it?
Yeah. It's true that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and you know, 1,000 pictures would be worth 1,000,000 words then. I try to video every every show they do and the rehearsals and everything else, because those people are really, to me, like the crowd here in Atlanta is to me. They're just like family, Dick, and I mean that. I just want to share. I want to be the vessel through which all of this stuff is moving.
In 1983, Nelson would begin filming shows at New York's many nightclubs, including the Pyramid, the Limelight, Danceteria, and many more. Nelson often found backstage goings-on just as fascinating as the performances themselves.
And this is my decal collection. We have the fabulous species here. It's fragrant and taken by all of us here at the Pyramid. We want you to know that these make you very happy.
He captured rehearsals from people such as cabaret star John Sex.
Over a chair, duck your head, clear the air. Oh, what lovely fun. Watch me, everyone. Take a look at me and see how easily it's done. I'm flying.
John Sachs at a show done at the Saint. This was a Las Vegas show. He's just taken off his clothes, which he tries to do in every show.
This is his hair.
That is his hair, and she has probably, these are his roots, and she has probably made this outfit for John to wear as he leaves the stage. It happened to be Katie's birthday that night, I remember, because there was a cake later.
Was that a light inside his hair then?
No, the light just comes through his hair, and
it's a beautiful effect.
It's like crystallized hair.
Though he wouldn't wear lights in his hair, during one performance he did in fact wear a suit made of 500 light bulbs. Another friend of Nelson's was RuPaul, who was at the time a struggling drag performer and filmmaker.
Hi, you got film in that camera, buddy?
RuPaul would perform shows at the Celebrity Club in Atlanta, which was managed by Larry T.
This summer, RuPaul is hot.
RuPaul would also make appearances on the American music program, and he would be introduced to Nelson by Dick. In RuPaul's book, Letting It All Hang Out, RuPaul writes about his friendship with Nelson. Quote, he taped everyone and everything, and we all called him the video vampire. That camera was like a pirate's parrot, end quote. Nelson recognized RuPaul's talents and believed he was destined for success. He introduced RuPaul to all his friends in the entertainment business. Quote, he taught us about the West Village, about Fire Island, and he introduced us to Tennessee Williams movies. He was our gay educator and taught us about our birthright, our cultural inheritance, end quote.
Amnesia, should I get you?
Oh yeah, someone has to take my picture.
Oh, let me stand right here and let the light drink your face in. Let's see. Look at Amnesia, let's see. Yes, there it is. There's the face. The face of the 80s. Amnesia.
I'm so glad to be here tonight. I don't know why, but I feel good about it.
Ooh, that face, girl. You are fierce,
I feel so pretty that I feel like I must have always looked this way. I feel good.
Lipstick. Closer. Bring the camera closer.
There's just nothing.
This year I'll be 40 years old.
This year I'll be 40 years old.
Oh no, you gotta do the Lord Hutton commercial. You need to know about getting old in Hollywood. Never take a part 20 years younger than you, and never let your co-star be prettier than you. And of course, never, never let them see you sweat.
Oh.
Now you gotta do 3 things in Hollywood about
Closer. Bring the camera closer. There are 3 things you must never forget in Hollywood. Never. This is Amnesia L'Amour.
Eventually, RuPaul, Larry T, and Lahoma Van Zant, another drag queen and good friend of Nelson's, would all move from Atlanta into Nelson's home. Dick attributes RuPaul's ultimate success to his friendship with Nelson. Nelson would film many performances by a band called the Fabulous Pop-Tarts, created by Randy Barbato and Fenton Bailey, and would become good friends with them.
No, let's go over the Pop-Tarts. Maybe they have some coffee. You want some coffee? Well, we're waiting for the Pop-Tarts as usual, waiting for those tarts to pop.
The pair would shift their focus towards filmmaking and would start their own production company called World of Wonder. Nelson would introduce RuPaul to the duo, and an instant partnership began, and RuPaul's stardom was set in stone.
What's that word for when you want to jump from high places?
They would go on to produce shows such as The RuPaul Show and RuPaul's Drag Race.
RuPaul is going to London. RuPaul, the best of luck, forging ahead to London.
While he was still figuring out his career, RuPaul very briefly went to London for a go at show business, but was turned away immediately by UK customs when it was discovered he had no return ticket and no money.
Have a great time. See you soon. We're coming to see ya.
As RuPaul recalled, Nelson, quote, always supported me, no matter what, end quote.
Bye, RuPaul. Bye, RuPaul.
We'll miss you.
Have a great time in London.
Nelson captured videos of friends, strangers, and celebrities alike. On December the 31st, 1983, he would film Keith Haring's New Year's party. Keith's iconic artwork covered the walls of the bustling gallery, while his favourite music played throughout the night. The artist himself greeted guests at the door and manned the punch bowl. Keith's career as an artist began in 1980, when he became known for his white chalk graffiti artwork, which he drew in subways across New York. His canvases grew, and so did his reputation as an artist. He used artwork as a form of social activism, advocating for AIDS awareness, LGBT rights, and other social issues. His incredibly influential and important career would be cut short just 6 years later, in 1990, when Keith passed away from AIDS-related complications. He was 31 years old. Another subject of Nelson's would be Andy Warhol. Nelson would capture videos of Warhol attending a book signing for his book, America. He was one of the leading artists in the pop art scene. The prolific artist's career had, at that point, spanned over 30 years. 1 year after his appearance in this video, he would pass away at the age of 58 of cardiac arrhythmia following gallbladder surgery. Other famous faces included Quentin Crisp, a raconteur and gay icon.
Mr. Crisp, it's great to see you at the Flaunt Club.
It's a pleasure to be here, though of course I have nothing to flaunt except myself.
Actress Sylvia Miles.
Did the police call you and tell you we were coming? No, I wondered why you were out in the yard already.
Underground rock star Dean Johnson.
Got a joint? Want to smoke it?
Nice show.
Thank you. Thank you for filming it. I want to get a coffee. I'll let you interview me while I'm smoking.
Drag queen Lady Bunny.
Well, Bunny, can you put me on the list?
Yes.
Like Nelson +1?
Well, I'm not sure what they do with that, but I mean, I know you could walk in with me. I don't know what and then maybe you could walk back out if you just went in once or something.
I'll walk in with Bunny in here.
Journalist Michael Musto.
Hello? Oh, can you hold on just 1 sec? Okay.
And many more. One of the more notorious characters to appear in Nelson's videos was Michael Alig. Alig was a party promoter and was the leader of the Club Kids, a group of young club personalities who partied hard and wore flaunty outfits.
We're teasing Keoki. We're telling him that Michael Alig's party has been cancelled tonight. Let's get his reaction.
This isn't really funny. It says right here Michael Alig. Now, I don't go out unless it's a Michael Alig party. I don't like it. I don't think it's a joke. Funny. Leaving.
Hold on, Keoki. Michael Alig's party hasn't really been cancelled. It's going to be here tonight after all.
That's great. Terrific. Wait a minute.
Aren't you Michael Alig? Yes, I am.
The man with the drink tickets.
Alig became well known for his wild parties, and many of the club kids would partake in heavy illicit drug use. Their illegal activities would not end there, as Alig would often host what became known as outlaw parties, which were spontaneous parties thrown at unwitting establishments. None would be more infamous than the party thrown at McDonald's in Times Square.
So, Michael, I thought it was at Burger King.
No, except we've gone to Burger King wouldn't let us do it.
Oh!
So here we are.
There's nothing but French fries left.
These fries are so delicious. I mean, Burger King says have it your way, but McDonald's fries are like so great. I just eat like 3 at a time. They're like so great.
Michael, why is the hallway flooded?
What?
Why is the hallway flooded?
Because we're all so fabulous. The manager wants to throw us out.
Well, can you blame him? Look, somebody broke. Oh, that's not broken. It just looked broken.
You just told me that that 200 people were going to come. You didn't say that they were going to be dressed like this.
Oh my God! Did he say that?
Yeah. And he said, "What does that have to do with anything?"
But he's glad they came, isn't he?
We give $1,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, goddamn, what are they complaining about?
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
That's probably the only reason we're still here.
Right.
Through his club filming escapades, Nelson would meet what was to become one of his dearest friends, Christina.
I need to hear this.
Christina was a transgender woman who wore a bleach blonde wig and spoke in a thick, fake German accent.
Take another picture. I don't care how hard it is.
Very nice.
She was indoctrinated into the club scene by Michael Alig and would perform some, for lack of a better word, interesting shows.
It's working. You got it. Hello. Does the Foundations presents the girl very sick. I am here. So we love you. Streaming people fly so fast in their shiny metal cars through the beds of steel and glass. Candy and candy.
Throughout her life, Christina would grapple with drug and alcohol abuse and mental health problems.
Anybody out there in the front wants some gin? Wants some gin? Wants some gin?
She was deemed a freak by many who knew her and was ostracised by the other club kids and society alike. Still, she would often attend popular parties and clubs. Despite her reputation as a freak, Nelson always treated her with respect and kindness, and she was one of his favourite subjects to film.
Hello, pretty doll.
In 1987, Christina celebrated her birthday at the Tunnel Club. The crowd consisted of club kids who used her as their laughingstock. Instead of a nice birthday celebration, she was instead met with mocking jokes, and they wouldn't allow her to perform her show.
The entire city of West Manhattan has tried to prevent me from doing anything like what might happen at this show.
She waited defiantly on the stage for the others to leave, but they did not, and continued to mock her.
So you can actually continue with this all night. I don't care. Or actually, I would put my show on.
Hey, Christina. I have a question, Christina. I was reading the National Enquirer last week, and I saw a picture of you, and it said that you have an M tattooed on each cheek of your ass, and when you bend over, it spells mom. Is that true? And it also said when you're happy, it spells wow. Now, Christina, how true is these tattoos on your ass cheeks, darling?
But how much do you want to be the next Madonna? I mean, sincerely, when you ask yourself within your total recesses of your mind, how much do you want to be the next?
Girl, it's not that I want to be the next Madonna. I simply am.
A cake was brought out with Christian written on it, and it would later be shoved into her face, humiliating her in front of hundreds of sneering club kids.
Come on, cut the cake, hon. I'm deadly with a thing like this in my mom, baby. Here you go, sweetheart. Come on. Come on, you really? We rehearsed this all afternoon. Come on, cut that cake. Here we go. Happy birthday, Christina. Want to say happy birthday one more time, and on the end, when she's done blowing up the candles, just smash with the hammer, okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Come and get your cake.
Not everyone enjoyed being on camera, especially Nelson's friend Eric Conrad.
No, don't. Take that, Nelson. Please, Nelson.
Okay, Eric, I won't.
Oh, look at you.
Eric,
How am I supposed to finish this?
don't be a spoil sport.
Nelson, could you
I'm
take your
sit-
clothes off and let me...
What happens if Mona Lisa ran off her seat?
Well, she didn't have video cameras in front of her.
Then I gotta get dressed in his own house and I'd be chased by a video vampire.
Damn it, if you don't put that camera down right now, baby, I'm gonna make you wear it.
Take him in there with you.
Shut up, will you?
Take him in there. Look, follow that boy.
Just shut up.
Get a blowjob. You're really gonna make me a nervous wreck. You're gonna make me commit violence tonight. Loads of violence.
Sometimes even Nelson could be a little camera shy.
I don't know how I'm gonna get up off of this rug.
Rhonda! Get back! Get back with that camera! Rhonda! Rhonda! Give me the camera! Can't trust some friends. Rhonda, stop that laughing! Henri David Russo? Okay, Rhonda, give me the camera back. Rhonda! Rhonda! Rhonda, give me that camera! Rhonda, you'll fall over backwards!
I don't have any makeup on.
You don't have any makeup on. I don't have any clothes on.
Though most of the time he would let the camera see all.
It is so nice to be out here in Massachusetts where you don't have to worry about clothes or anything like that. Just out by the pool, having a beautiful day in the woods. Just suburban living. I vacuumed the pool, it's all clean now, and now I'm ready to take my swim. Ah! Deep in, deep in. Ah! That would have been funny. This is not an underwater camera.
On his 39th birthday, Nelson would film his first vlog-style video. He would turn the camera around and film himself, and would talk to the camera as though he was talking to a friend. This would become a signature filming style for him.
I've got to learn how to do this. Learn how to point the camera at myself. This is my birthday resolution. 39 years old today, and today I'm going to learn to point the camera at myself, talk to it. Like, I guess, I should talk to it like there's some information I'm trying to get across to it. Get information across to you, to me, when I watch this. So, it's not bad being 39. It's the last time I'm going to be 39, so I'm going to try to enjoy it. And if Eric and Liz and Lana weren't late, I wouldn't be doing this. So I don't know. I'm trying to see my reflection in here to see, which way I distort to my advantage. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to my birthday. Times Square. It's exciting, huh? Then I'll start thinking about my hernia operation.
Nelson carried his heavy camera around everywhere he went. Unfortunately, it would prove to be a costly hobby, as it would give him a hernia.
I need a hernia operation. I'm going to have it soon.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't care.
You don't care?
Well, I care, but I'm used to the idea. My mom called. She wanted to bring me some pajamas and a bathrobe to wear in the hospital. But I told her under no circumstances was I wearing a bathrobe.
His upcoming operation was not the only worry he had.
I'm afraid people are going to look at me like I'm crazy if I'm talking to this camera. If I'm talking to the camera, I won't really know. See how people look at me? Aren't they watching me back there?
Nelson thought that people would find him strange because he was talking to his camera. And he was right.
Yeah, I just talk to it like this because I'm handy and nobody else is. Oh. They want to know why I take pictures of myself. It's like asking a person why they masturbate. Fairies are coming from everywhere.
Oh, the ultimate narcissistic act. I thought you were filming yourself.
Oh, I feel like I am. My style is not in the vein of anything at all.
Okay, that's not good.
I don't need anyone thinking up ideas for me to do
I'm
something.
think of an idea. I'll pay you $100.
$100? For what?
Well, how long a film do I get for $100?
Where's the 100?
But he never let it bother him. He was happy doing his own thing and was confident in his art.
New Yorkers are so cynical, Bill. Do you think they'll be able to handle me walking around talking to my camera like this? I think they can handle it, but they can't hide their disgust, a lot of them.
This would not be the only criticism Nelson would face.
Do they see them on the street, RuPaul?
Not everybody was accepting of their lifestyle.
You're the disgrace to the human race, you know that?
Well, you're gonna put us on this film. What are you gonna show us?
He's gonna go on this.
It's a show when he kisses that.
Ag, sing. Film this man. Film him.
If the viewers can see it,
Let's get a close-up of that.
it says, praise God for AIDS.
Praise God for AIDS. AIDS is cleaning out Africa. AIDS is cleaning out the United States. AIDS is God's racial purification program.
But it didn't matter to them. They continued to unabashedly be themselves.
I guess we'll go down 10th Street and see what they're going to do now that the float's downtown. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, how are you?
Who are you? Is he f***ing me?
One of the ways Nelson expressed himself was through fashion.
Maybe
Oh, that's
it's
a
more than
weave.
that.
Back up and turn, baby.
It's a weave. Right.
Can you see it?
Uh-huh. That looks great.
I picked these up off the street.
He loved thrift shopping and would often showcase his outfits.
Birthday. And Michael Musto's mother gave me this. Michael had it when he was 16. That's in photo.
We love the Pop Tarts. I want one of those.
And my bag, my Garfield bag. What? You like this outfit?
I love that outfit, Nelson.
Well, this was 4. This has the built-in shirt.
Nelson, you don't have an undershirt on.
I love this shirt.
See, this
You're
is
gonna start a whole new fad.
This is a one-piece plastic vest built into the shirt.
You know,
I go to the moon now.
If I know,
It looks good anywhere.
One man should.
It looks good on you.
Don't waste all my tape because I don't want to run out of time.
On one occasion, he'd even film himself thrift shopping at a value village.
Let's go. Oh, I can't wait. Look at all these thrift stores. There's 3 of them.
Good.
Are we going into this one?
This is the best. I think we should go in here because this may close. Yeah. Well, no, it's open till, I don't know, it might close. I'm not sure.
Orange tags are half price today. These are great. How much are they?
They're only $1.80.
$1.80. Look, a Coca-Cola shirt for $1.60.
The label's gone. It might even be a fake Joe name.
I like the photographs. I love that.
Here's another one.
I don't really like that. It's 90 cents. This is more my style. I'm getting this one. I can already tell I'm going to find a lot of shirts and things today. The store is so big. Now I can't find Tom. See, I brought you a lamp.
Oh, that's pretty.
A beautiful light.
Is it $100?
Mm-mm. 6. And another stuffed animal. Here it is.
Oh, a parrot.
Isn't it pretty?
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I'm trying to decide what to wear tonight, and it's not easy. I don't think I'm gonna wear him to the color box. I'm gonna save him till I get home. Because at the color box, you know, I don't want to attract undue attention.
No amount of clothing could cover what was happening inside of him. Eventually, he would have the operation he had been dreading, and of course, he would want it documented on camera.
That's why I have all this stitch
Card from everybody who you've ever loved.
Just one card?
Just one card from all of us. We all chipped in. We're very poor, you know.
I could have died, and you're giving me one card.
So wait till you see the card.
Well, we don't want to overbuy.
Oh, how pretty.
Yep.
What is it, hernia patients on the beach?
No, you open up and you read it.
Nelson, get well quick. All the boys are lining up to f you. Albert, I'm reading it out loud. Put it on my face.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Have you got it on autofocus?
No, because I don't like that way.
All right.
It takes too long.
Don't manually do it if you do.
It takes too long. Too pretty?
Oh, how
Nelson?
pretty. Oh, this is so pretty.
Make it talk.
Nelson, you cannot be operating that.
What?
Because you just got out of major surgery.
That's
You might
all
tear
right.
it open.
No, I
you
feel
damaged it.
better. Look, I want to show you. No, look, you know what it is? It's someone with a video camera for an eye.
Nelson, why do you think I had the mustache to make it look more like you? Now hold it up to your face so we can get a picture of you. Oh, it does.
It looks like me with the camera.
Nelson, I didn't know you weren't cut.
Don't sit on my operation.
Style direct, Nelson. It's cheaper.
Yes, this the operator? I want to make a collect call to South Carolina. I hope they accept the charges. I'm calling my mother and Aunt Nancy. Hello. All right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Good night.
We want to have ambient noise.
Okay, Nelson is babbling on morphine. Ignore everything he says.
I don't want an air conditioner. I want video equipment. I don't want an air conditioner. That battery went dead, and now I'm home from the hospital. I got some nice flowers. Cheap but pretty. Dick's been helping me out. See, he's walking the dog. So, I'm here trying to recuperate, and I'm waiting for more phone calls, more visitors. And Dick's been making everyone sandwiches. It's been very good. I've been watching RuPaul's movies and different things.
This health scare would make him upgrade to a lighter camera, a Kyocera Fine Movie 8. This allowed Nelson to switch between filming himself and his subjects much more fluidly.
I've decided that the simplest way to make the videos I want to make is to anchor them on myself, because after all, I'm the most convenient thing there is. I love this wide angle. See, we're both in the picture.
Oh, great.
You see, you just look at the reflection,
and it tells you what you're seeing.
Oh,
isn't that incredible? Why don't people think of that? Why am I the only person I've ever seen pointing the camera at themselves and walking around?
Well, no one else.
Nobody's ever seen that, obviously. I mean, people just stop dead in their tracks and turn around and look when I'm doing it. It's like they've never seen that.
Well, I think it's because the cameras are so new.
I think this year is the year that everybody's going to turn the camera around.
Well,
it's a turn the beat around world.
That's because everyone can make better videos than the people presently involved in the commerce of them.
And I'm finally beginning to feel at home.
By holding the camera?
Yes. I feel at home in the world. I want to share my experience. Know my pain. Know my pain.
In 1989, Nelson would be interviewed about his filming technique by Laurie Wells and Randy Barbato for a BBC short film. This was an exciting experience for Nelson, who got to share his artistry with the world.
So today I'm going to be a big TV star for the BBC. I have to get my act together before I get to the East Village. What am I going to talk about on the camera? I don't know. We'll see.
What are you going to talk about, Nelson? What are you going to talk about today?
I thought I'd talk about, you know, how it was when I started and how it is now. How is that?
How is that?
I'll fill that in when I'm doing it. I can't rehearse what I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I never knew. I can't even give the cab driver directions and I gotta be on TV. They're worried that I might be hit by traffic, but the cars will ride right around me as if I'm something to contend with. I really feel powerful when I'm out here wandering around in the street like this. I love New York because it's unique. It's like Venice used to be in the 12th century. It's cosmopolitan. Everybody has to deal with everything here all the time. Nobody can escape it. So as much as anybody hates New York, they love it too because it makes them realize that you really have to have a philosophy of tolerance to be in this city and to survive in this city. Everybody realizes innately that the philosophy is one of love and tolerance here because otherwise the whole place would blow up like a powder keg.
You have passport, American passport. We don't have in my country. In any communist country.
New York is the ultimate in freedom because it's like the same reason we came here. I'm from a small town in the South. Everyone is very constrained. You have to worry about what other people think about you. And once you escape from that kind of a mentality, you don't ever want to have to go back to that. And now, I mean, every day when you wake up in New York, you realize that this is the only place, one of the few places in the world where you can be really free and not have to care about what other people think about you because you have your rights. Doesn't matter what they think about you, as long as you're not bothering them, they have no right to complain.
But you weren't rolling?
Yeah, I had a little rehearsal in the cab because the cab driver asked me everything that I should be talking about when they get the camera set up. So I should be talking about the vastness of New York, the World Trade Center down there. Where else is there but New York? It's the most beautiful of cities. Everything is here because I am. It's probably Donald Trump and Ivana coming back from some casino in Atlantic City or something like that. Who knows? They're waiting for me to say something. They're going to video me. I have to condense my experience. The experience of ages I have to condense into a few short sound bites. Clapboard?
Or you can sound on this. Okay. Yeah,
Clapboard?
Wait.
You ready, Randy?
Take two.
Clapboard, and now we're ready to start
Take two.
the lapping of the waves against the piers was. How close the sound of you know, dogs pissing on the old rotting piers was over here. It's a lucky thing that sound can be mixed in later because if you had to use what I'm saying, it wouldn't work. They have to get way back there to get a picture of me. I hope they get a good one. Hoping I'm not stepping in more dog shit. So, you know, he wanted me to walk right through the goddamn water, even though that's how wet it is. This was fun today. Being out, filming myself being filmed is kind of fun. It's kind of neat. Strange. You have to worry about what other people think about you. And once you escape from that kind of a mentality, you don't ever want to have to go back to that. And now, I mean... It's true. I never want to have to go back. And I'm going back next week. I'm going back to South Carolina next week.
Nelson would fly from LaGuardia Airport to Atlanta to meet Dick before his trip to South Carolina.
Can you help screw your camera? Okay. I have to give him the camera.
Unfortunately, while at the airport, he'd have some trouble.
But right now, we're not going to be pushing back until about 11 o'clock. So, any of you who wanted the plane may do so. And you can check with the agent outside for any further information we may have. Sorry about this.
I hate Delta. I am quickly losing my fascination with LaGuardia Airport. I don't know what I'm going to do here for 2.5 hours. It's really like nothing to do here for 2 hours. For 2 hours, I'm going to be walking around in circles at LaGuardia Airport. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. I had to take Delta. I couldn't take some other plane. I couldn't take some plane like Easter or Piedmont. No, it had to be Delta. I think I see an escalator back there. I'll go ride it. Can you believe my luck? An escalator. I can't wait. Oh no, it's a one-way escalator, look. I could test all the electric doors at LaGuardia Airport. Look, here's some more. All these happy travelers have arrived and my plane won't even leave. It's a real sick idea in this country about what constitutes normal behavior. Normal ain't sitting around airports for 2 hours with nothing to do. Normal is making a video about it. It's time to board the plane again.
Thank you. Can I get your ticket? Thank you.
Thank you.
Get good shots that way?
Yeah.
Finally, his plane would depart, and he would be a few steps closer to Kershaw.
I think I'll go to the bathroom. Isn't that the cutest? Look, this bathroom's like there's a lot of light, there's plenty of room in here.
Why does it smell it?
Oh no, a pimple. A pimple. Look. Uh-oh, someone didn't really flush. And the blue rain fell on Washington, D.C. All right, I think I'll unzip my pants and try to pee now. That seemed to come out all right. It's pretty lumpy in here, trying to flush again. But it's a pretty bumpy ride, I'm telling you. Well, back to my seat now. Everybody give me funny looks.
Are you filming yourself?
Yeah. And you too.
Oh, me too. Why are you filming yourself?
Because I'm convenient.
That's true. So
I'm convenient.
What kind of tape do you have in here?
8mm video.
Oh, I see. That's the latest kind, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Can I have another cup of coffee?
Sure, I'll get it for you.
Thanks. Uh-oh, we have to use the walkway. The moving walkway. Something out of a futuristic film, there's a moving walkway. Isn't this amazing? We move twice as fast this way. Am I supposed to call them? I don't know the number, I don't have a quarter. There's no baggage here. Where's my baggage?
Dick's taking me to South Carolina today to see Jeannie and Mama and little Ryan and Henrietta and...
On their way to Kershaw, Dick and Nelson would do the best part of any road trip: stop for a bite to eat.
Are we gonna go somewhere and get something to eat in a minute? Like what? I'd love some McDonald's food. We're gonna go in here to McDonald's. I guess I'll put my camera down. I want to embarrass Dick to death at McDonald's in South Carolina.
We're at still Georgia.
You know how people think about it. You know how people feel
The
about it.
tourists come here all the time, so people would be
Really?
always.
People think it's funny when you do that kind of thing. And a Big Mac and a vanilla shake, a large iced tea, ice water, and 2 large fries, all to go. Dick, you want a coffee?
Yeah.
Dick, do you think I got enough Big Macs and stuff?
I mean, you good.
I got a Big Mac, I got a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, that's what I want.
What do you want? Quarter pounder with cheese? What am I want? I'm gonna have a Big Mac then.
Are you with a coffee cup?
Our whole meal is $7.22. This McDonald's. Dick, what are you doing back here? He's taking a vitamin.
If I brought my vitamin C.
A vitamin C for what, Dick? Why?
Well, just as a cold preventer.
You'll catch a cold while you're standing out here taking it.
No, the vitamin C will counteract it.
May give me one.
They'd stop once again, this time to pay a visit to Aunt Nancy.
She's not in the lobby. Is that Nancy?
No, I wanted to step by and see how you are.
Here comes Nancy. Well, Nancy. Hey.
You look mighty good.
Nancy.
See you.
You waiting up for us?
No, I was waiting for my medicine. I had no idea you'd come tonight. Though the thought did come to me, maybe you'd come out to see me before you went home.
While in Kershaw, Nelson decided he would take care of a little something that was bothering him.
Maybe I'll have this mole removed from my face so that when I get real close up and the light is from directly above, it won't be such a big shadow over my face. I'm scared. I don't like a shot. I don't like Novocaine. Maybe he'll let me video it and I won't have to think about it. Anyway, I'm almost ready to go down there and have this mole removed. You think it'll be bad? This is my face, after all. Mama says he'll put a bandage on there. I don't want to walk out of there looking like Frankenstein's monster. Hey, dog. Hey, little Baptist dog. Look. John Brewer, MD, dermatology.
The operation would be done by a family friend, which eased Nelson's mind a bit.
We're about to begin, so the next time you see me, I won't have this mole on my face. I'll have a bandage instead. I think that's an improvement, don't you?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Johnny.
You're welcome.
That wasn't bad at all.
Mm-mm. You want to see what it looks like?
What, the mole? Yeah.
I mean, what?
What, this?
Yeah.
Legacy favorites on WRLX 102.9 FM.
Wow.
What,
Let me look at it. Oh, yes, that's an improvement. My new face. Compliments of the Brewer Clinic.
Nelson always cherished the time he spent with his friends and family. Before he left Kershaw, he paid a visit to one of his old neighbours.
Hello? Miss Mobley, it's Nelson. Nelson from next door. It's Nelson.
Hello, come in.
I just wanted to say hello, Miss Mobley, before I went back up to New York.
Oh, is it Nelson?
It's Nelson from next door. Well, I'll come in for 1 second just to say hello.
Sorry, I'm lazy this morning.
No, you're not lazy any morning. I'm about to leave to go back to Atlanta with Dick Richards, and I just wanted to say hello. No.
Don't take me long. I haven't even called my hand.
All right.
You look so good, Miss Mobley. I just find you more and more amazing every time I see you.
Well, thank you. I've been sitting there reading the paper.
I can't sit down, Miss Mobley, and I don't even want to interrupt your cooking. I just wanted to come here and say hello. We are about to leave this very minute. And since I didn't get a chance to, you know, pay my respects, I wanted to do that.
Well, I'm sorry I look like I do.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Look at my hair.
Oh, I'm looking. It's beautiful. What's wrong with your hair? It's all curly and nice. Looks like you just had a permanent. I wanted to come give you a kiss and tell you that I loved you. Let me kiss your hand since
Oh, bless your heart.
Since-
Bless your heart.
since I got this bandage on my face.
I'm sorry. I hope it's going to soon be all right.
That's fine. It's just a mole. I'm glad to have it done. I wanted to get rid of it because I'm always taking my pictures. But you know, I had more fun this time at home, and I had such a blessing. I went to church yesterday, and I saw so many people I haven't seen in years.
I know
And
you enjoyed that.
it was all so beautiful. I just don't know how to express it. Bye, Miss Mobley. It's good to see you. I'll see you next time I'm home.
Okay, we'll do that here.
Bye-bye.
Get me here.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. There's a beautiful lady.
Nelson would reminisce and say a final goodbye to his hometown as he headed back to his busy New York life.
Isn't this amazing? This is all from another era. I love my grandmother's house. This and the church, I think, are the two most important buildings to me in the whole world. Here's the old grape arbor. There used to be a swing here. Nancy and I could swing on, and all the children. Now it's time to leave and move on. I'm going to move on into another world. A world of electronic energy. So that with God's help I can pervade the whole universe with goodness and truth and plenty.
Nelson would film a rendezvous with his older brother Marco, who also lived in New York. Marco was running late.
I don't know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? 10 till 5. Hi, Liz. It's Nelson. I'm at 6th Street and Avenue 8. What are you doing? Yeah, anyway, I'm just telling you in case you want to come out and see us. And bye-bye, sweetheart. I love the way I say us when there's nobody here but me. Where is Marco? So where do you think he is?
Though he was very close with the rest of his family, he had a tumultuous relationship with Marco.
Yeah, it's so late. What time is it? 5 o'clock. And I already read this. What you're telling me by showing up 30 minutes late is that my time isn't worth anything. My time isn't valuable.
As a child, Nelson would be bullied by Marco, and their animosity towards one another had persisted into adulthood. Marco had a successful career as an attorney, and perhaps didn't agree with Nelson's lifestyle or sexuality.
Well, Marco is finally here, and now we can eat something.
Photography. You see, I'm very young, and we procrastinate too much.
I really had about enough of this today. I'm gonna put this away because it's too cold, and I'm not into it, and all this like... Hey, kitty.
Don't photograph that cat. You gotta get a model release first.
Well, as usual, I'm way out in front, and everybody else is catching up with me.
Throughout his vlog, it was obvious that Nelson was annoyed and upset by his brother.
Marco, you get the cab since I paid for the dinner.
Let me get the cab. Be committed. Let me get the cab. He's more than meetings.
I'm not an out-of-control alcoholic. You are.
Get this on tape, so I paid for one cab. As long as it's on tape, you'll probably...
You paying for this one, Tom?
I'll pay for it.
Well,
the film running? Okay.
What is it?
It doesn't prove anything to have you saying you're going to pay for the cab on the tape. That doesn't prove anything. You can say anything on tape you want to. Actions speak louder than words.
Well, does the camera mean that there's an action going on?
Not if I turn it off.
This wouldn't be the only time we would see Nelson upset. Because of Michael Alig's persistent drug use and erratic and irresponsible behaviour, many of his friends, such as RuPaul and Michael Musto, would distance themselves from him. Nelson and Alig would eventually have a falling out.
I had to get out of the house today because I was so angry because everyone had been invited to Michael Alig's dinner party but me. And now the more I think about it, he may have invited me a long time ago and I just forgot. But anyway, I called him up and cussed him out for not inviting me. You know? Don't you think he should be cursed out? I mean, he could have invited me last night. He saw me last night. He could have said, are you coming to my dinner party tomorrow? And he didn't. Now, if he doesn't want me to come to his tacky dinner party, then I won't come. But all he has to do is not invite me, and that's what he's done. He's not invited me, as far as I can remember. But if he did invite me and I forgot, then I owe him an apology for calling him up and cursing him out on his message machine. But he's not going to get one because he's trash. Well, I think I'll turn this off and eat some more of my dinner here. Think some more about Michael Alig. Wonder if I want to go at that party or not.
Why? Nobody's money.
I'm so mad. I'm just so mad. I mean, I don't even want... Why does he have to have a party tomorrow night for me not to go to? It really makes me upset.
You've been invited for that.
Have I? I don't know. The thing is, I don't want to go. That's what I'm angry about.
Well, then don't go and don't be angry.
Then I'll miss something. All my friends will be there. There has to be something better to do than go to that f***ing party tomorrow. That's all that bothers me, is I don't want to have to go to that stupid, meaningless party and bounce around with a bunch of club kids on a tambourine. Oh my God, you've had to show me that.
Distancing himself from Alig would prove to be a reasonable decision, as on October the 1st, 1997, Alig would be convicted for the murder and dismemberment of his roommate and fellow club kid, Andre Angel Melendez, and sentenced to 10 to 20 years in prison for manslaughter. These events inspired the 2003 film Party Monster, starring Macaulay Culkin. On Christmas Eve 2020, Michael Alig died of an overdose.
I should think, you know.
Christina, who was also featured in Party Monster, her character, portrayed by Marilyn Manson, would spiral more and more into the abuse of drugs and alcohol.
You know, because this is the first year that the seasons have been on time.
With every appearance on camera, her speech and cognition would dwindle even further.
You know, because I want to go out and lie in the sun, but I can't. Oh, I know what you should call it, though. Christina preparing herself for death.
So y'all want to come in to see Christina with me? How can you miss an opportunity like that?
We have to go home and rehearse.
Oh, okay.
She would move into the famous Chelsea Hotel, and Nelson would often visit her.
Oh, come in,
Christina, darling.
How are you?
Hi.
Cheers to you. How you been?
All right, hi.
This is Linda. Oh.
Hi, Linda. All right.
Oh.
Are you going out?
And I'm not sure at this point, eventually, probably.
Her apartment was eccentric, full of her paintings and other artwork. For some reason, she had turned her television on its side and would casually watch it like that.
Hysterical? It's actually, well, I'll explain it to you soon, but I mean, you know, Lana was actually, you know, it's this big leg show on the right. And all the people lying down actually are standing up. But, oh well, what the fuck.
Regardless of her struggles, she was never less of a person to Nelson. He adored filming her and thought of her as somewhat of his muse.
I've been disembodying. I've been making my own. I've been building a body for my answering machine. She really needs a body. Oh, please. Oh, just think. Just think. Oh, they still shoot people that are dead. I had no idea what I was going tonight.
Is there sound on this?
So we're sitting around in Christina's room with Linda.
Lynn.
Lynn.
Oh, hello, doll.
Hello.
Oh,
and Lynn wants
yeah.
to see the picture through the viewfinder, so I'm going to give her the camera if I can disentangle myself from it.
Yeah. There. Okay, I'm zooming in, but it's not focused. So I imagine. Yeah. There we go. Now it's recording, and I'm getting an image of you, and it's like it's like I mean, you're doing something interesting now, and listening to the music. I wanted to do an interview with you especially about your
It's my tailor-made invitation.
What do you think, Christina?
Oh, I don't know. Not all that.
I don't know either.
I still like it when people make video. I still want to do some kind of music videos. I'm not sure exactly what yet because yes. Oh gee, I don't know.
Well, do you know, I think I'm going to go because I have to go to work tomorrow, and it's... Lynn, it was nice to meet you and talk to you. Thanks for being so nice, Christina. What a nice hostess you are, you sweet thing. We'll have to go to the park or take the Circle Line or something very soon.
Shoot some videos.
Good night, Christina. Good night, Lynn. See you later, girls. Good night. Well, that certainly was an experience. I'm not really sure that I got too much done. I did an awful lot of talking with Lynn and Christina. Christina! Christina!
Oh, you're looking lovely. You're looking lovely.
Thank you.
Nelson would take Christina out for a meal. By this point, she had begun using a cane.
Come on, the table's right here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm already dead.
So, Christina, what are you going to have to eat, you know?
A cup of coffee for starters.
And ice water. And do you want to eat something, Christina? Christina and I have finished our meal and we're waiting for the check. Christina, what's in there?
Else, my pay. Essentially, let's see, cigarettes, lighter, handkerchiefs, about 6 or 8 tapes. Let's see, a couple of plastic makeup containers of my own design to keep makeup and Walkman headphones in, and makeup. There's what's in there. Oh, you don't want another one of those. From 126 to 12.
As their night neared its end, Nelson took Christina into a nearby store, knowing they were not going to buy anything.
Do you want anything in the store, Christina?
Oh, I'm quite alright, thank you. I won't...
Why don't we go in the store?
What are we going to buy?
I don't know, the light's free in there.
You know. It's all sugar anyway.
I don't know what I want.
You need a beer, Nelson.
I don't drink them anymore.
You need a beer case for camera in.
Days after the filming of this video, in late May of 1989, Christina would pass away in her apartment at the Chelsea Hotel. Her cause of death was purported to be drug use.
Oh, I know you're gorgeous.
Come on, let's get something.
Tonight, get a photo of me in bad light. Drop crazy jelly on the way back.
Maybe we don't need anything. Come on, let's go, Christina.
Cheers.
Let's go get in the cab. We don't need anything. The one person who's not going to be here is Christina today. She was found dead in her hotel room at the Chelsea Hotel just the day before yesterday, and I'm very, very sorry. I've been very sad all day. Christina was one of my favorite friends, and I had a lot of plans with Christina. Michael, they had to identify Christina's body from the dental records because it had been 5 days. Her parents went through a bureaucratic hell for a week.
How did they identify her tongue was on her upper lip?
No, and they had her cremated.
Moisture, yeah.
So it's really gruesome. I'm learning more and more about it, though. I'll fill you in. What?
Did you get any photographs of the decomposed corpse?
Did you hear about Christina?
Is she coming?
She's dead.
What?
They found Christina in the hotel room at the Chelsea just the other day.
Christina who?
My friend Christina, the
No, they
drag
didn't.
queen, the blonde one, with the
Are you
German
serious?
accent. Yes, I'm serious. It's horrible. She's my good friend, and now she's gone. I'm upset.
Now wait, how could the corpse decompose so fast in 5 days? That
Albert, you really go fast. In this heat and everything?
Not that fast, but then Christina was pretty ill. That sickness slipped right through her body.
She was already halfway there.
Real? That's what I mean. She wasn't healthy. She was. I mean, I'm sure a healthy body does not decompose in 5 days. She was a pharmacist.
Anyway, you look beautiful today. We'll talk about
Look,
Christina
can I
at her
collect-
tribute.
Can I collect myself? Excuse me. And then, of course, I went to the Gaudier sample sale today and picked up that little bauble.
They're probably maggots.
Yes, in a Chinese body bag. She wound herself up.
So, Michael, do you like George Wayne's new magazine, Rome?
This is my garden. This is
Tonight, I'll be dancing for Christina.
German. You better take it.
Like I've been telling you, I'm very disappointed Christina can't be here, but I have a feeling Christina will always be here.
Nelson had been talking for a while about starting his own cable TV show, like the American Music Show. He planned on showcasing the many tapes he had filmed over the years.
Just walking around New York would be pretty damn fascinating, don't you think? With the wide-angle lens.
Well, it's something that
And
appeals
put that on
to millions.
segments on the show and put talk shows and music videos and interviews with performers and parts of their acts and flashbacks and panel discussions and on the scene with Nelson's. If I can't fill up 30 minutes a week, I don't know what's wrong with me. Right? I may not even have to quit my job to do it.
Nelson would end up quitting his job and would film a mock video for his new show.
Today is July the 2nd, 1989, and it is definitely a holiday weekend in Greenwich Village. My dog Blackout and I are out for a walk today. We're waiting to cross the street, Blackout. Well, let's go get our coffee down at Sheridan Square, Blackout. Look, Stonewall. What a riot. Just last week there was a riot here to commemorate Stonewall 20 years ago.
It happened the night of Judy Garland's funeral. Most people don't make that connection, and I didn't myself until this year. It's the Judy Parade. Gosh, the Judy Parade is so exciting. I had no idea there would be so many Judys. I'm so glad I know Lahoma. She's one of the nicest queens I know. Would you like to see her do a number from the archives? Here she is doing Big Daddy with the Old Now explosion at the Pyramid Club. I want to end on a really special note. Christina. Due to circumstances beyond my control, Christina is confined to the archives forever. I miss her terribly now, and I always will. I would like for my first cable show to be a memorial to my friend Christina. She was warm, witty, talented, and generous. She had exquisite taste, and she was an artist. And all the extraordinary people who knew her knew that she was extraordinary herself. I wish I could sit down and have something to eat with Christina right now. But we'll go visit her at the Chelsea. You can come along on my last visit to Christina. I came to see Christina. I think that's room 323. Is that correct, Chris Smith?
Oh, Chris Smith? Yeah, 323. At the elevator, third floor, turn right.
Thank you. Yes. Christina. Gosh, I hope she's still here. Hi, doll.
I'm not at all falling.
Oh my God, Christina, you look divine.
You always.
God, doesn't she look like 10 million bucks?
I was just asleep, which I forgot the lit cigarette. It's more like Edie than Edie's mom, really. Oh. But I must, actually have a bit of coffee with you, Jean.
Oh, I would love to, Christina.
Oh, what would you really wish now? So, Harry, gin, and coffee, really?
No, just coffee. I don't drink anymore.
Okay.
I'm a cheap date. I really don't drink at all.
Well, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I quit drinking every once in a while myself.
I hope you've enjoyed my first cable show dedicated to my friend Christina. My first cable show, episode number 1, belongs to Christina. I want to take you walking with me wherever I go. You can walk in my shoes and others. Just stop flipping when you see my face.
This plan would never come to fruition. The next day would be the last time Nelson picked up his camera.
Gee, it's July the 3rd, and we're having a cookout in the backyard. Bunny has left the grill unattended. Blackout, look. Look. Happy 4th of July, Blackout. Anyway, we have quite a fire going back here in the backyard. That's my boy. Happy 4th of July, Blackout. That's my boy. It's only the 3rd of July. Bill and I are walking down to the pier with the dog. And by the time we get back, there might be something good to eat. Bill, maybe you can take Blackout since he's going to pull me all around if I try. They're running all the way out there to the end of the pier, but I don't feel like running today. It's July the 3rd, and it's the last day I'm going to have not to be running. I showed Bill some videos today. I showed him the videos of Amnesia at the Gay Day Parade, and I showed him the videos of Christina, my friend. Bill, did you like the videos that I showed you?
Yes, I did like them, and maybe you were about to mention, Nelson, that I referred to both of them as shocking personalities.
My friends imagine shocking personalities. To me, they seem so sweet and normal. I'm really going to miss Christina. There are so few people who are still gentle and kind like she was. It looks like Bill and Blackout are ready to go. Let's go. The sun's almost down. It'll almost be July the 4th. Gosh, my neighborhood is still the best in town. Look how beautiful it is. The buildings over here, my house. I guess I'll never have enough pictures of it. I should walk out this way and see what it looks like. But I guess I've done that so many times. It doesn't matter if I do it again or not. But I have to take a picture of my backyard because it's so beautiful. I will resist. I'm going to do my best to not take Lady Bunny's picture today.
She's got on no makeup and flats, and she's working her own hair and boobs.
Look, she's preparing us a feast, however. A feast? Is that my burger?
Yeah.
Well, I want it well done. That looks raw. Blackout, aren't we happy? Aren't we the happy dogs? Oh boy, we're hot dogs. We're going to eat a hot dog, but we're not talking about you, Blackout. No.
The next day, in the early hours of July 4th, 1989, Nelson would die of an apparent heart attack at the age of 41.
I'm going to move on into another world, a world of electronic energy, so that with God's help I can pervade the whole universe with goodness and truth and plenty.
Many have remarked about the seemingly prophetic comments Nelson made on the pier the day before, almost as though he knew his time was coming to an end. In his interview with John Sanchez, Dick said, quote, "Nelson's remarks are so cosmic and the 4th of July was his favourite holiday. Weird, isn't it?" End quote. He also speculated that the cause of Nelson's heart attack was because of genetics, as his grandfather had also died of a heart attack. Nelson's body was returned to his hometown in Kershaw, and he was laid to rest in his family's plot. His beloved dog Blackout was taken care of by Lahoma and Larry T at the 5 9th Avenue home until he sadly passed away in 1990. By the end, Nelson left behind well over 1,900 hours of tape, a visual time capsule of a long-forgotten scene. Though he would never produce his own cable show, Nelson's dream of showing the world the wonders of 1980s New York would eventually become reality. After Nelson's passing, Dick flew to New York to collect Nelson's tapes. Quote, "Nelson and I had formed a partnership to combine our videos into a continuing series. After Nelson's sudden death, the videos remained with me as part of our agreement." End quote. Over 600 tapes were sent back to Dick's home in Atlanta, and he spent the next few years watching and cataloguing the tapes, which Nelson had all meticulously labelled. On a trip to Chicago in 1993, Dick met 23-year-old queer historian Robert Collington. Robert was eager to help Dick with his venture of archiving Nelson's tapes and to preserve the memory of New York's gay culture he had captured on film. Together they catalogued and organised Nelson's endless array of tapes. On December the 4th, 2008, the YouTube channel 5 9th Avenue Project would be created, wherein 735 videos of edited versions of Nelson's tapes would be uploaded. As of the making of this video, the channel has garnered close to 30 million total views. Wanting to find Nelson's work a permanent home, in 2012 the tapes were donated to the Fales Library and Special Collections at New York University, His videos have been exhibited in film festivals around the world. Dick told the website Dangerous Minds, quote, "The video archive Nelson had created was so extraordinary that I knew I had to do whatever I could to save it. What Nelson was doing was entirely unique. When you watch the tapes, you'll search in vain to find another person who's videotaping these events. With AIDS ravaging the community and changing it forever, his was basically the only personal video testimony of a scene that was rapidly disintegrating." End quote. Dick Richards continued to upload edited versions of Nelson's tapes to YouTube until he sadly passed away on September 13th, 2018 after a battle with leukemia. Through watching Nelson's vlogs, I felt like I had entered a time machine. I felt that Nelson was like a friend and that I had shared experiences with him. I believe this is the reason why vlogging is such a popular activity in today's world. Anyone can put their lives on display for others to share their experiences along with them and share with the world what they find important. Nelson was truly ahead of his time, and he, like his dear friend Christina, will always be here. Their memories forever preserved on video for millions to enjoy decades later.
Hello? Oh, hi.
It goes really heavy. It's very heavy.
Where are you, Christina?